What is up, everybody? It's your boy, Pigskin Pete. Happy Friday to everybody. Is anybody or everybody as or more excited as I am about tomorrow? Where the hell did my phone go? Oh, I'm sitting on it. Professional. Hashtag professional. Anyway, thank you all for joining me in this fine Friday night. We are just over... we're about 14 hours away from kickoff. A bunch of good games tomorrow. ACC, SEC, and Big 12. Hold on. I got a burp. I like that mute button there. Burp button, not the cough button. Anyway, before we get into any of that, of course, this is a call-in show. Like we do every Friday. This is my favorite call-in show of the week. I mean, the Wednesday one's great too, but it's not the night before college football. The number to call in, if you want to call in, 864-207-4522. I'll say that again for all of you in the back who didn't hear it the first time. 864-207-4522. If you want to call and talk about anything, you guys know how this works. We can talk about anything. I mean, within reason. Let's not get crazy here. I do want to hear from some Miami fans tonight. Miami fans are always great about calling in. I would love to hear from a Florida State fan. Would love to hear from a Florida State fan. Quick announcements. You guys know how this goes. Oh, at the end of the show, you guys stick around to the end of the show. howardsrock.net. I've been telling you about this website for the past year or so. It's been completely revamped. And we have a bunch of new features on there. It's completely free. All right, so I'm not looking for your money. But help out your boy. Even if you're not a Clemson fan, just go visit the site, interact with the site. What I'm going to do at the end of the show tonight is I'm going to take you on the site. We're going to peruse through it for a minute or two. How about that? Show schedule: Monday at noon, Tuesday at noon, Tuesday at 9, Wednesday at 10, Thursday at noon, Friday at 10, and then tomorrow night I'll be live streaming right here on this YouTube channel for you. The Miami Hurricanes versus the Florida State Seminoles in White Tonto.
I am the White Tonto!
I told Lou on Tuesday, I said, I'm going to make a White Tonto soundbite. And then he comes out with a White Tonto video yesterday. So he made it easy on Pigskin Pete. All I had to do was pull the audio from his video and make a soundbite out of it. So thank you, Lou, if you're watching. Let's hear that again. I don't know why. This is the funniest shit to me.
I am the White
Tonto! Speaking of Uncle Lou, if you want to catch me and him every Tuesday and Thursday at noon, the Lunch Money Show, where we talk about betting lines, picks against the spread, all that sort of thing. It's a fun show. Even if you don't bet, I mean, it's not just looking at talking about the games that you normally wouldn't talk about, or talking about the spreads is interesting to me, and of course most people. So come check that out if you have not already. And even if you can't catch it at noon, maybe you're at work, maybe you're in school. I don't know what you're doing. Watch it later. That's all. Easy peasy. All right, before I get to the phone lines here, of course, I want to acknowledge everybody in the chat. And there's so much to talk about tonight. This might go well over an hour tonight. We'll see who calls in. That has a lot to do with it too. If nobody calls in, there's no call-in show. I haven't even looked at the phone lines. There might be people on there now. If you are on there, just wait a few minutes. I'll be with you in a minute. Cheers to the chat. Let's see who's in here. Crimson Brave 2020, Matt Dummett, Nate the Great. Hey, Nate, you changed your name back to Don't Be Late. Well, no, what is it now? Something different. Nate the Great, Be Late, a.k.a. Nate Kingston Not Late. What the hell? What's up, Atypical Gump? Johnny Red Dot. I know you guys are excited about tomorrow's game against Missouri. That was, hold on. Alabama at minus 26. What did I get it at? Minus 27 against the Missouri Tigers was Pigskin Pete's lock of the week. Pigskin Pete's lock of the week. Yeah, so that was my lock of the week. And I think it should be everybody's lock of the week, too. Not just mine. Bobby Durkins, Neo, SEC Dogs in the house. Tiger Nation, my brother for life. What's up, man? Kyle Papik's in the house. Hurricane Logan. What's up, buddy? I know you're excited. I got a lot to talk about with Miami and Florida State tonight. Hopefully, I do not hurt anybody's feelings. But I have a feeling I probably will. I was just over on Coach Coop's live stream before I came on tonight. First of all, Coach Coop's, he's got a great show over there. Great channel, Miami YouTuber. A lot of great Miami YouTube channels. But Coach Coop over there, and I was lurking, as they say, as the kids say these days, lurking. I wasn't chatting. I was lurking and watching and looking at some of the ridiculous comments in the comment section. What's up, Brad Pitt? DeGoat Watson is in the house, and DeGoat Watson is DeGoat. I think I said Clemson Carson already. Luke Walker. I think I said Neo. I'm losing my mind here. I've told you guys before. I have the memory of a net. What's up, Jamie McCaslin? Another Hurricane fan. George never disappoints. Never. He's never disappointed ever in his life. Goose Sports, what's up, buddy? Sports Nation's in the house. That may happen eventually, SEC Dog. It may eventually happen. You never know. All right. Cheers to the chat. Thank you all for joining me tonight. You're all amazing and fantastic, as you already know. Before I get to the phone lines real quick, let's just talk a little bit about the first of all, the ACC. The ACC is well, first of all, it's Clemson and everybody else. But over on Coach Coop's channel in the chat section there, some of these Miami fans are out of their mind. I'm seeing them say we're going to beat Clemson. Slow your roll down here. First of all, from what I've seen so far, which is not much, I mean, you played UAB and Louisville. Okay? Now, you might beat the bejesus out of Florida State tomorrow, which I kind of hope you do, because I took you at minus 9.5. But honestly, in the grand scheme of things, I could care less. But you have a Pitt team out there that looks legit. You got Notre Dame. Don't forget Notre Dame in the ACC. Don't forget Notre Dame. The Clemson Tigers are going to come into South Bend and spank our Irish bottoms green and gold. My Irish accent needs some work, I think. And I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I don't know if that was Arabic or Irish. And I'm Irish. Let's listen to that again. Now, when I recorded that, it sounded good to me. But now that I just listened to it again, it sounds terrible. Let's see if this sounds Irish or not. Let's listen to it one more time. The Clemson Tigers are going to come into South Bend and spank our Irish bottoms green and gold. It's terrible. Oh, that's bad. Now that I hear it again, I don't know what I was thinking. When I first listened to it, I said, man, it's close enough, you know. Now that I just listen to it twice again, it doesn't sound Irish at all. Anyway, Notre Dame's sitting there. Pitt's undefeated. Virginia plays tomorrow. We haven't seen Virginia play. We have Virginia Tech plays tomorrow. We haven't seen Virginia Tech. I'm interested. So who does Virginia play tomorrow? Duke, right? And we haven't seen Virginia play. Obviously, they won the Coastal Division last year and got waxed by Clemson and Charlotte. But they lose Bryce Perkins. I'm interested to see how their defense looks. Obviously, I'm interested to see how their new quarterback is going to be. So I'll be watching those games. I mean, most people don't care that much about the Virginia versus Duke game, and I get it if you're not an ACC fan, but I'm interested in it. Notre Dame's off, Clemson's off. The game of the week in the ACC is Miami and Florida State. Check the phone lines. Real quick. Thank you for the donation. Slim Shady Kane says, what do we get when a groundhog sees a Seminole? 6 weeks of bad football. Johnny Red Dot, thank you, sir. He says, lock of the week, Roll Tide, great channel. We start tomorrow. Yes, sir. I have zero doubt. I mean, as a matter of fact, I have less than zero doubt. If there's a way to measure negative doubt, that's where I am. Less than 0% chance that Alabama doesn't blow Missouri off the map. Thank you, sir. Good afternoon. You're on with Pete.
Hey, Pete. It's Nate the Great.
Nate.
Don't be late,
The
a.k.a.
Great Don't Be Late, a.k.a. Nate Kingston. And you're not late. Thank you.
Nope.
What do you think about this game tomorrow night? I know you're a Big Ten guy. What do you think about the Miami and Florida State game? Are you even interested in it? I'm hearing a lot of people saying they don't even care about this. I love this rivalry. These teams hate each other. I don't care how bad Florida State is. I really don't.
I mean, the one thing I like about Florida State is the whatever it is, the chant, whatever it is,
this
Indian chant, I would say.
No way!
Yep.
That's what you like about it?
That's the one. Yep.
Are you a big fan of the white Tonto?
Yep. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
If that's what it's called.
Yeah, the white guy on the horse.
But
that's his name.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Chief Tonto.
No,
that's
the white
Chief
Tonto.
Pasio, whatever.
The white Tonto. Let's call him what he is. A chief is actually Native American. The white Tonto isn't.
So they changed the.
No, they didn't change. It's always been a white guy. It's always been a white guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not an actual Seminole Indian. It's a guy from Indiana. A white guy from Indiana.
Oh, so he's Indiana Jones.
Yeah, they figured by pulling him from Indiana, they could actually call him an Indian, but they didn't realize how it worked out. Anyway, so what do you think about the game?
Oh. I mean, yeah. Well, first, I don't like Miami because I'm a Best fan, and yeah. But I respect the rivalry. I mean, it's like I would say the 8th biggest rivalry in my opinion. In the college football world. 8th.
8th biggest. So you put some thought into this. So you've literally sat down and mapped out 7 ones that are more important.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, interesting.
But but don't get me wrong, I think it's in the top 10 in my list. But but my main topic was what is your method for favorite superheroes?
What? What'd you just ask me?
Well, I mean,
no comprende. No speaking English.
What is your favorite superheroes?
Batman. That's it. The list ends after that.
Okay. My bad.
It's Batman. You want to know why? Before I let you go.
Why?
Because he's awesome. That's why. He doesn't have any superpowers. He's just a rich billionaire playboy. And he's basically a ninja. He's a ninja with $1 billion, and he's awesome. Yeah.
Can I if the phone lines are still open, can I later call in tonight too, or no?
Sure. Of course, Nate, you're always welcome to call in, buddy. Okay.
Okay.
All right, man. Thank you.
I'll call you. Maybe I don't know. All right. I'll be in chat.
All
See
right,
ya.
buddy. Thank you. Nate's good people. Good afternoon, y'all with Pete.
Hey, what's up, Pete? It's Kyle.
Kyle, is this Kyle Papick?
Yes, sir.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
Doing pretty good.
Good.
Hey, I just wanted to just say, I mean, I kind of figured it was coming, but I didn't think it was gonna happen like this. But did you hear about the Pac-12 starting the season in November?
I did. I think they're playing
I mean,
what are they playing? Six games and then a championship, so 7 total, I think. Something like that. I think.
No, I saw that it was 7 games.
7 games. Does that include
7 games?
7 games and a championship.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about that?
But I mean, I was kind of hoping it would have been a lot sooner than that. But I mean, I understand about the social distancing and the testing and all that. But I mean,
well,
at least they're getting the season in. But I mean,
you go. That's what I was getting at there. At least we're getting a C in play.
But
I mean,
yeah, but
I'm glad they're playing.
Go ahead.
It was either that or wait till the spring, right?
Right.
Yeah. Hey, Dennis Wilson, thank you. He says it's called swag. Sorry, but I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to acknowledge this real quick.
Oh, no, you're good.
Dennis Wilson, thank you for the donation, sir. It's called swag, buddy. Maybe Death Valley can learn a thing or two from it. No, sir. I'm assuming you're talking about that piece of costume jewelry that they're wearing after they get a turnover. We don't need swag like that. Only swag we got is real jewelry on our ring fingers. Go ahead.
Oh, and one other thing I wanted to say, the Wild Kitties are going down tomorrow to my Tigers. We're gonna win.
Oh, you're an Auburn fan. I didn't even realize that.
Oh, I thought you knew that.
I didn't. I mean, you know what? I probably did, but in my defense, I forget what happened 5 minutes ago. So, but now I will put that deep into the memory bank, so I'll remember that from now on. Now I know Kyle Papick is an Auburn Tiger, and it's stuck in my memory forever. And I agree with you.
Well, I mean, I know how things are going.
I agree with you. All this hype about Kentucky is baffling to me. But I will tell you this much. If you look at the way the line moved, it started at like 11 or 10, somewhere like 10.5 or 11 early in the week, and it's moved all the way down to 7. I think it's at 7.5 or 7 now. That means all the money's going on Kentucky.
Oh, really?
Yeah, all the money's going on Kentucky, which usually means that Kentucky's not going to win, because there's a reason that Vegas has all of those tall buildings, and it's not by losing to everybody betting on the right team. So I think Auburn's going to win the game, but hell, what do I know? I don't know anything.
Right, and I mean, one thing too that I mean, anything can happen in the SEC, and honestly, I think that if Auburn comes out strong and they really put the pedal to the metal, they'll win by a couple of touchdowns. But if they overlook Kentucky for like one drive, it could come back to bite them. If they start out slow and they just don't get going and they get a couple touchdowns or something, it could get ugly. But honestly, I think that Auburn will win, but we gotta start out strong, because I mean, next week we play Georgia, and that's not going to be an easy test, and we really need to show that we are a championship team and we need to start out strong.
I'll simplify it for you. You need to beat Kentucky. I mean, let's take it 1 week at a time, buddy. But I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, there you guys have it. Kyle Papik, Auburn Tigers fan, calling in to say all this hype about Kentucky is a bunch of nonsense, and you're all wrong. Good afternoon, you're on with Pete.
Hey there, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, my goodness. It's Bobby Durkins here.
What are you up to?
Hey there.
Hey, I'm drinking beer right now, and I'm looking for. Is your wife afraid of bugs? I've met Mrs. Peete, but is she afraid of bugs?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm driving around tonight. Wife, she picked up Bobby Jr., and took the dog, got the heck out of my house. I have the house to myself right now. I'm walking around in my underwear right now. It's not a nude phone call, but you know what I mean.
No, please don't do it.
So she calls me, and she tells me she found some bug or another, scared to death, up in the bedroom, and I ended up coming back to the house, everything. She calls me to remind me. I go up there. This woman's describing this thing like it's exposed itself to her while holding a revolver. This is beyond me. And the thing is, I can't find the bug now. I can't find it. Don't know where it is. I think she's overreacting. I mean, she gave childbirth. Now, I want you to think about this. If you and I gave birth to 2 babies, our things would look like a lawnmower had backed over it over and over. We'd never pee right again. And she's scared of a bug. Dear God. No, I tell you this, man. I'm looking forward to that Florida Ole Miss game because I just over the years I just love Lane Kiffin. I think he'd be great to party with. Heck, he's the Bill Clinton of college football. He gets in trouble all the time and he gets away with it. Am I right? I am right. That man
that's gonna be
he is the Bill Clinton of college football.
That's gonna be my new nickname for him, the Bill Clinton of college football. And I like him too. I think people don't like him. Well, Tennessee fans don't like him, and if I was a Tennessee fan, I probably wouldn't either. But just as a casual, as an outsider looking in, I think he's fun. Do you follow him on Twitter?
Yes, I do. Yeah. That's one of the most entertaining things in the world.
Yeah, him and Mike Leach are both great on Twitter.
Oh God, yeah. I love it. And I tell you this, I've enjoyed watching Danny Cannell. Hated him when he was at Florida State, but every now and again, he's fun to watch.
Well, he sucked at Florida State anyway.
But yeah.
He wasn't very good.
Yeah.
I mean, the team was good. He was.
Yeah, he was well, with him, he was always jumping around, energetic, and, they talked about the choke at Doak. He was the one that led the comeback and all that bunch of stuff. Nobody talks about Thad Busby. It took over right after him. Had a way better winning percentage than he did. He did. And Thad Busby, you never hear anybody talk about Thad Busby, right? But anyway, yeah, I'm looking forward to that game because I just want to see. I believe Florida's going to win the game. They got more talent, got more tenure. They got more. You and I know this. Everybody knows this. But if there's anybody that would be able to beat them, and it's not going to happen. Go ahead and tell you it's not going to happen. It would be Lane Kiffin. He would do something to be able to do it. But, yeah, man, I'm looking forward to that game. And you said you're going to be broadcasting that FSU game the entire time?
The entire time. Well, I mean, unless it's like 50-0 in the third quarter, I'll probably switch over to the South Carolina and Tennessee game because I think that game will be a better game, quite frankly. It's on at the same time. They're both on at 7:30. So
now, if you have to go pee, I got a question for you. Do you get up and I've watched some of you say, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I love you to death. I can't sit and watch. Heck, I don't even watch full football games sometimes, unless it's Clemson. Do you get up and go pee, or do you have a little pee bucket, or does your wife come in and slip a catheter in? How do you do that?
I usually either say, "Hey, I'll be right back. I got to go pee," or what I do is I usually take about a 10-minute break during halftime, and I relieve myself and get myself a snack. But if I have to pee, I'll just say I gotta pee. There's no secrets here. I got a bathroom. I got a bathroom about 10 feet from where I'm sitting right now. And it takes no time to go in there and do my thing and get back on here for the fine folks that care enough to stop by.
Well, I'll leave you with this because
Yes.
I know you got other people want to talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy the challenge of peeing into a tin can, a regular can, because you have to be precise, but you can't get too close or else you cut yourself on the lip. And I'll leave you with that. You be good, buddy.
Ding, ding,
Stay
ding,
there.
ding, ding. That is correct, sir. Thank you, Bobby. Have a good one. Here you guys have it. The one, the only. There is no other even person you can compare Bobby Durkins to. He is definitely an original. Good afternoon, you're on with Pete. Hello?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, who is it?
You're asking me who this is? You called me.
All right. Yeah, that's Rob Robinson. I'm calling. I was talking about last week's game. We went, and it looked like the south side, the home side of the stands were a lot less, packed than the north side.
You're talking about Clemson?
And I'm just wondering. Yeah, I'm talking about the Clemson game last week.
Okay, so you were at the Citadel game.
Is that going to be? Yeah, is that going to be the way it's going to be all season? I think they were talking about the students are going to pack the upper deck, but it didn't seem very packed. I'm just wondering, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Anybody else?
So I'm going to the game on October 10th against Miami. I'll give you a better idea then. I don't know. What I did hear from people that were there was that the students were supposed to be in the upper deck, but they were sort of, I guess there was a bunch of empty seats because it was the Citadel, And so if there was empty seats on the bottom deck, they were just going down there and taking the seats. So they were doing kind of whatever they wanted.
So you're just thinking it was because it was just the Citadel, and hoping that's not going to be.
Yeah, I don't think they'll have a problem. I don't think they'll have a problem selling out most of their ACC games. I mean, they have, what is it, like 18,000? What do they allow in there? 18,500, something like that. I don't think they'll have a problem selling those out.
That. Yeah, I was just, because I was looking at my seat that I usually sit in, and it was empty, and I'm on the other side of the stadium, and I'm like, okay, I'm giving up this for that, and nobody's sitting there. So,
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I got tickets in the upper deck, and I paid for upper deck tickets, we paid a lot for them. I won't say exactly how much they were, but if there's empty seats on the bottom deck, and I'm sitting in the upper deck, I'm walking my happy ass down there sitting in those seats. I don't care.
I hear you. Yeah. Right. Well, I'm first-time caller, Pete, but I've been listening to your show for a long time, and I appreciate you taking my call.
I appreciate you calling in.
All right, we'll talk to you later, buddy.
All right, man. Thank you. You guys have a first time. I always like to hear first-time callers. First-time callers are they're better than last-time callers. Last-time callers don't call back. Good afternoon. You're on with Pete.
Hey, Pete. It's Goose, man.
What's up, man? Who am I speaking with?
It's Goose. What's up, man?
Who is it?
Goose.
Goose. Goose Sports.
Yeah.
Well, what's up,
That's
buddy?
me. Yeah, that's me, man. What's up, man?
How you doing?
Not much, man. What's going on tonight?
I'm just sitting here doing a show.
Just
what
waiting
are you
for
doing?
Just waiting for some football tomorrow, man. My team finally going to kick off.
Yeah, you're an LSU Tigers fan. You guys are playing against the Fighting Mike Leaches, right? Mississippi State.
Yeah, Mike Leach. I mean, that's
yeah.
Yeah, Mike Leach and Lane Kiffin in the SEC. Man, same state too.
Getting no respect out there. LSU is just getting thrown under the bus left and right, man. What's going on with that? Tell me about that.
Well, I mean, we had 14 players drafted, so I guess that has a lot to do with it.
Yes, it does.
But a lot to do with it. Also, offensive coordinator to your Panthers. So he's over there in Carolina now. But the season. I think the season's going to come down to Miles Brennan. I mean, if he can be 40% of what Joe Burrow produced, I mean, I think that would be I think that would be a plus. But I mean, come on. But but I don't know because he's been in the system for about 4 years now, but he's never really played in a game, really. I mean, yeah, he's played mop-up duty, but he's never suited up when starting. So, be curious to see how he performs tomorrow.
Well, you guys still have maybe the best defensive back in all of college football.
Yeah,
so
instinctively, yeah, we have.
So,
yeah.
Here's what I think. Mike Leach, he's going to throw the ball 40 to 50 times a game. That's just what he does.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Now, he doesn't have – I mean, I'm not saying Mississippi State doesn't have talented players because they do, but he doesn't have the guys – he's still playing with the previous coach's players. He's not playing with the guys he got
right.
in there.
He doesn't – right.
So, I think LSU's defense is obviously talented. I mean, there's no doubt about that. So, I see a problem. I see a huge mismatch here. What do you think? I mean, I think this could get out of hand.
I think LSU will win. I don't know if they'll cover. I mean, 16 and a half?
What is it, 14 and a half?
I don't know.
So what,
I thought it was 16 and a half.
I don't know.
I thought it was 16 and a half, 15 and a half, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
But without these cupcake games, you really don't know what anybody has. So, but I did take your advice. I did take Alabama minus 27. So I'm hoping Alabama blows the brakes off of Missouri.
Oh, me too. But don't get mad at me if you lose, okay?
No, I won't get mad at you.
Okay,
I'll
good.
get mad at myself. I'm the one that placed the bet. I mean,
yeah.
So
I have to. I'm too busy consoling myself to have to worry about your problems. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So are you excited about the MAC coming back? The MAC.
Well, I'm excited for anybody that gets that. I'm not excited about watching the MAC, but I'm excited about I'm happy for the players.
Yeah.
It must suck to be a football player and have to sit at home and watch the rest of the country play football and you can't. So I'm happy for them.
Yeah. And what if you're a senior and that's the last time you'll
people
ever play was last year?
People are so self-centered. That all they care about is the actual games being played. I mean, and I do too. I mean, I want to see football as much as the next guy.
Yeah.
But they forget that there's actual people involved in this, and so I'm happy. The Pac-12, I don't care if they play 5 or 8 games. I don't care what they play. At least they're getting to play. At least we get to watch them play. And I'm happy for the MAC too.
Yeah, at least I guess I want to take a play on Tuesdays and Wednesdays like they normally do. Give us a watch during the week.
There you go. See, that's another good point there. Give us another night or two of football during the week. I like it.
I think the Sun Belt played on Tuesdays, and the MAC played on Wednesdays. I think it was. I think that's what it was. Under normal situations.
Right.
So your team. Let's talk about your team a little bit. I mean, you guys probably. You're probably going to the playoffs again for the 8th time in a row.
Not if you're a Miami fan. I got two Miami fans on hold. I'll get to them in a minute. But according to a lot of Miami fans, they think they're beating Clemson or something. These people have lost their minds. They want to beat UAB and a Swiss cheese Louisville defense, and they think that they're on Clemson's level or something. They're in for a rude awakening. They're in for a rude awakening.
I don't think they're going to beat Clemson. I don't think they're going to beat Clemson this year. Yeah, I don't see it, but I guess you never know. But I don't. The smart money's not on that, so that's for sure. But I'll let you go, man. I just want to come on in.
Thank you.
I never called it before, and I decided, hey, let me call in.
I feel like is this your first time calling in? Okay, I felt like you called.
Yeah,
in
my
before.
first time. Yeah, I'm a newbie.
You're the second first time caller tonight, and like I just said before you came on, it's better than the last time caller. So.
Yeah, I won't be a last time caller, so
right,
that's for sure.
Thank you. All right, everyone go check out Goose. He's got a YouTube channel. Go ahead, plug your YouTube channel real quick.
Yeah, it's just called Goose Sports. I got an LSU logo, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. So
there you go.
If you see the LSU logo on Goose Sports, then you know it's me. So
I do. I watch Goose Sports. He's got a good channel over there. Thanks, Goose. I appreciate the call, buddy.
Thank you, man. And I'll talk to you later, man.
All right.
Okay.
So he's with me. He thinks that LSU is going to beat Mississippi State handily, but he doesn't know about the spread. And that's exactly how I feel. Hold on, Slim Shady. I'll get to you next, buddy. Good afternoon. You're on with Pete.
What's going on, Pete? Hurricane Logan here.
Hurricane Logan. I saw you. You're a traveling man today, aren't you? I saw you over on Coach Coop's channel earlier.
Been everywhere, dude.
Yes, sir.
I love it. I love this week. I'm surprised that it's this. I'm surprised everybody's talking about Miami, Florida State as much because of how. I'm not going to say anything bad. I guess how non-exciting the game really is. You know.
I don't know. I think it's exciting. But I'm an ACC guy. I like these ACC. I like Clemson, Florida State. I like Florida State versus Florida when they play them. I like Florida State, Miami, and I love any of these rivalry games, and not just from the ACC. When two teams and fan bases actually hate each other as much as they do, that gets my interest.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I was going to ask, you said that there were a lot of Miami fans who think they're going to beat Clemson. Who are those people? Because I'm not one of them, and I know Slim is not one of them either.
I know. I'm not even saying that that's like the majority of the Miami. Just go back and watch Coach Coop's video stream from earlier. Just look in the comments section. There's a bunch of them.
Okay, yeah. So those are just your tool bag Miami fans. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Okay.
And,
well, so personally, between me and you, yeah. I have us losing by Clemson. Like, I don't care how we come out against Florida State, because none of these three games are going to show us what we can do against a team that I think we can match up with talent for talent on first strings. But when it goes into rotations on the lines, defensive and offensive, Clemson is too deep, too talented, and too experienced for Miami to match up against, period. And I have us losing against Clemson by at least 2 touchdowns. And I hate to say that because I'm a Cane, bro, but, like, let's all be logical here. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, of course. Anything's possible. I mean, anything's possible.
Of course.
We saw last year North Carolina was within one play of beating Clemson. They lost to Syracuse a couple times. They lost to Pitt, all within these national championship years. So
I just don't think it's going to be that kind of game.
Anything's possible. But to just think because you beat UAB and Louisville that now all of a sudden we're going to go out and beat Clemson and really believe it, then you're delusional. Not you, but you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, of course. I agree. I hate to agree, but I mean it's not wrong. And this isn't back in the day when you had C.J. Spiller and we threw a touchdown to Travis Benjamin and it was such a crazy close game. It's not that way anymore. Clemson is not only talented, but they're talented depth-wise, and they have experience in huge championship games. You know what I'm saying? Miami has experience in huge games that aren't even big games. They're just big games because they make them that way because they can't compete.
Miami's goal should not be to beat Clemson. Well, I mean, of course they should try to beat Clemson. That's not what I'm saying.
Miami's goal should be to compete with Clemson.
Their goal should be, that's in a one-game scenario to compete with Clemson, yes. But their goal should be to make it to Charlotte, whether they lose to Clemson or not. That should be their goal.
I agree.
So, baby steps.
I agree highly.
Baby steps.
and I have a question for you, too. And even people in the chat, because there's a lot of outsiders in this chat that aren't Hurricane fans, which is why I love this show so much. What's your score prediction for the Miami-Florida State game? What's the chat score prediction? Can you guys drop some scores? Like, I want to see what other people think. Like, what's the score and who takes the dub?
Well, I already picked Miami to win. I bet on them. So,
oh, shit. Did you bet on the spread, the 11.5? Or?
I got it at 9.5, so I'm feeling even better about it because I think Miami will win by at least 10 points. But here's what I'm going to say. I think this could get out of hand. I'm just – maybe I'm wrong, and I was listening to Alonzo earlier, and he was saying, like, you know, even he was saying this game is always close. Even when Florida State was a national championship contender every year and Miami wasn't very good, the game was always close. So I understand all that. But I still see – I mean, yep. I think that Florida State is in such shambles right now. Mike Norvell's not going to be there. I think that's a huge deal as a brand-new head coach, and he's the mastermind of that offense or whatever they're trying to do on offense. He's not going to be there. I think this could get out of hand. I think Miami could really pour it all over. It might stay close for a half, but I think late in the third quarter, and especially in the fourth quarter, Miami's going to run. So sort of like what they did to Louisville last week. Let's a similar comparison. So here's my final score prediction is going to be 45 Miami, 17 Florida State. I think it's going to be a blowout. Now, I might change my mind
We're
on that.
really close. I'm at 41-17.
Yeah, so I say somewhere around there. 40 to 45 to 17, somewhere around there. That's what I think. I think it'll be a 20.
But I also think that if
victory
it
or more.
turns into the sloppy backyard talent for talent, Florida talent, kids who play each other in high school, Pop Warner.
Yeah.
I think if it turns into that, it could easily be a 31-24 game. Absolutely. And it's going to be a convincing win like that. But I don't know. We'll see tomorrow, man. I'm pumped up. I can't wait. I'm excited. I love watching any Florida State play.
James Blackman's going to be running for his life. He might have to.
I hope you're right.
He might have to jump on top of that horse like White Tonto.
I am Snow White Tonto!
All right, buddy. I got some more calls to get to. Thank you, Hurricane Logan.
Yeah. Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate it.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Take care.
You guys have it, Hurricane Logan. Good afternoon. You're on with Pete.
Pete, sir, how are you?
Slim Shady Canes, what's up, brother?
It's a good night, boss.
It's a great night. Any night.
It is.
Any night where we get to go to sleep and wake up and watch football the next day is a great night. Oh, speaking of that, I was just thinking that just brought my mind to college game day. Did anybody hear? Kirk, you're not on Twitter, are you, Slim Shady Canes? Are you on Twitter?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So Kirk Herbstreit, have you heard about this?
The last thing I heard about Kirk Herbstreit was when he broke down crying on
Twitter.
College Football Live.
Oh yeah, well, it was he was posted all over Twitter. So Kirk Herbstreit posts a video like with his cell phone, a personal video, on Twitter today, where he says he came in contact with somebody with COVID last week. He's been tested twice since last week. He's tested negative for the coronavirus twice this week, but he's still going to do college game day from his house. And get this. He's still going to call the Miami and Florida State game, but from his house. Now, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure if you test negative for something, that means you don't have it, right? I mean, am I missing something here?
I'm fairly certain, but I think the key takeaway from this is Kirk Herbstreit's a genius. He has figured out a way to keep doing. I want to figure out a way to do my job from the house.
Well, I'm pretty sure if you tested positive, most people that test positive would be able to work from home. And now you drive a truck, so you can't drive a truck from home. I get that, but most people can do their job from their home if in a rough situation. But I don't know. This something seems weird to me. First of all, has there ever been a football game that was called a live football game where the play-by-play guy is doing it from his house?
Not to the best of my knowledge, but I mean, honestly, the way 2020's gone, not much is surprising me.
Jordan Bowman, or who said that? Oh, Birick says truck driver simulator. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the simulator's not going to get the package there on time, though. Anyway, I thought that was crazy. I mean,
if there's a will, there's a way.
I'm all for it.
Get Elon Musk on that immediately.
I'm not being insensitive to the people that have coronavirus or whatever. Okay, I get it. If you test positive for coronavirus, yeah, stay home, right? But if you test negative for it, what are they doing?
You can't fix stupid, sir.
Oh, okay. All right. So enough about that. This is. I want to hear how that sounds. What are they going to have this guy on a Zoom call? calling the game. Anyway, did you? So I'm assuming you've heard the majority of my rant on Miami and Florida State.
Yeah. A couple of things. One, Nate, I liked you 15 minutes ago, but we got some problems now, buddy. We'll deal with that another.
What did Nate do?
Well, for one, he said he doesn't like Miami. I never said anything about Michigan, sir, so I'm slightly offended and triggered. Number two, Miami and Florida State is the greatest rivalry ever, so you watch your blasphemy on Pete's show. We will have none of that here. Thank you.
It is a great rivalry. Hey,
now, to your Irish Arab pirate voice.
Do I need to make him do 25 more push-ups on his knuckles?
No, we'll let it. We'll let it fly.
I'm just kidding, Nate. Don't do it, buddy. I was just kidding.
Don't do it.
My pirate voice. You talking about the Notre Dame voice?
Yes, your Irish Arab pirate voice.
I don't know what that was. Here it is. Let's listen to it again. The Clemson Tigers are going to come into South Bend and spank our Irish bottoms green and gold. So bad.
Now, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Going back to lose White Tonto, and I know I'm not the only one that noticed this because me and Bad Dog got talking about it this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Did anybody else get like a Pat Morita Karate Kid vibe from that?
I don't know. I'll tell you this though.
Just think about that and go back and watch it.
I will. His super fans are all funny. That one is immediately that one is immediately the funniest one. I don't care what anybody says. White Tonto.
I am the White Tonto!
Did he go out and get? Where did he get that headdress from? That's what. Where's Lou at? Where's Lou at?
I don't know.
He's usually in here on Friday night. He must be busy. I need to ask him. If I don't talk to him between now and Tuesday, I'm going to ask him on Tuesday's show. Where in the hell did you get that headdress? I guess you can get anything on Amazon these days. I didn't know they sold White Tonto headdresses on Amazon.
I would imagine a Halloween costume store.
Oh, that's a good. Yeah, probably. Yeah. All right. So tomorrow's game. Everyone's telling me this, and I'm not even talking about like Florida State fans or anything. I'm talking about Miami fans. Everyone's telling me this game could be close because it's a rivalry. I don't see it. Tell me why I'm wrong.
I think a 10 to 17 point game, like I told you before.
So you're part of they.
It always is. I am for a change. I am part of they.
Okay.
You know, this is one of the very few times when me and the Miami fan base actually agree on something.
That is shocking.
Or at least a portion of it.
That is shocking.
I know, right?
You usually march to the beat of your own drum when it comes to Miami. There's no doubt about that. So that's one of the reasons. That's one of many reasons I like you. That's definitely one of them. So you're saying 10 to 17 points. That's still significant.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong. You could be absolutely right, and they can run away with this. And there are times it's happened, but they're so few and far in between that, you know, it's not something I'd bet the mortgage on.
Yeah. Well, I'm not betting my mortgage on anything, but I did bet on Miami for the Lunch Money Show.
And
you know.
I mean, and I mean, you know, I've been making sports bets for a few years too, and you know, Vegas isn't in the business of losing money.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't tend to be too far off with their spreads.
They don't. I mean, every once in a while they are, but you're right. But the majority of the time they're not. So So I'm with you. So you might. What did I say? I just made a score prediction. I'll probably change my score prediction between now and tomorrow night. That's usually how I do. But what did I say? 45.
Well,
to 17?
and it's also, and it's also to the point you made about the Miami fans that are going on about beating Clemson. I mean, they're puffing their chest out over this offense, and okay, you've beaten a halfway decent UAB team and half of a good Louisville team, because Louisville's a good offense.
Well, they were in Coach Cooch chat talking about Clemson playing the Citadel. Like, Miami does not need to be focused on who Clemson's playing.
I agree, and it's like I told you, what was it, Tuesday when I called you? I think it would be a victory to come out with only a 14-point loss. I agree
with you. Yeah, it would be. It'd be a huge moral victory.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, I look at it like this. A game like that, if you come out with a 14-point loss, I would think it'd be a close game if Miami can make it to the ACC championship game, because it's hard to beat the same team twice in the same year.
It is. The only team, well, there's two teams. There's two teams that are in Miami's way. What two teams do you think I'm going to say? I'm going to ask you first.
I think you're going to say Virginia Tech, and a lot of that's got to do with the fact that it's in Blacksburg.
No, it's not one of them. But what's the other one?
And the other two, and the other one I would say would be North Carolina, because you've been pretty high on them.
What about Notre Dame, sir?
We don't play Notre Dame.
No, I'm talking about as far as the team that plays Clemson. What two teams are in Miami's way as far as making it to the ACC championship? So there's no divisions this year, and Notre Dame's included.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I understand that, but
that
I was thinking about this yesterday. I was thinking about this yesterday. What if both Miami and Notre Dame end up with one loss and it's to Clemson, which in theory could happen.
Yeah. So who's the other team that I'm thinking of that could be in Miami's way as far as making it to Charlotte, other than Notre Dame? Notre Dame's the obvious one, so we know that. Who's the other one I'm thinking of? Not Virginia Tech.
I think North Carolina would be the obvious one.
Yeah, I'm not saying North Carolina either. Surprisingly enough, as much as I've been hyping up North Carolina, I'm not saying them. It could be them. Think of one more. You might not get it. I'll give you a hint.
The only other one I could think of
it's a 2-0
would be
team.
Pitt, because they like to play spoiler.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pitt
does like to play spoiler.
That is correct, sir. I think that Pittsburgh is a sleeper this year, just based on what I've seen. And I know they played nobodies, and so people are going, "Oh, Pigskin Pete thinks Pitt's like a top 10." No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is they have manhandled the two teams that they played. Their defensive line, I think, is comparable to Miami's. You guys, when do you play them?
That's a good question. I'd have to look at the schedule.
Yeah, hold on. I'll look at it right now.
Although I do think it is in Miami, because I think it was in Pitt last year.
Yeah, I think it is too. Here we go. We'll look at it right now. So it's on the 17th of October. So you guys got, where am I looking here? All right, so you guys have Florida State this week. Then you have an open date. Then you travel to Clemson. See, this is another thing. So you play Clemson and Pitt back to back. Now you do get them in Miami. That's a plus. And then after Pitt, you have Virginia in Miami too. So you got back-to-back home games there. But still, you'll be a little bit beat up and tired after coming to Clemson, and then you got to play a tough Pitt team. That could be a trap. I think Pitt's pretty good, man.
That very well could be.
I think they're good. I do. I know they're good defensively.
I don't debate that, but I think just what we've seen out of Miami so far, they're definitely better than they were last year offensively. and at least comparable to what they were defensively, which would still have them in a top 15 defense. And I mean, we beat Pitt the past 2 years in a row. Now we beat Pitt. We beat the Coastal Division champs the past 2 years in a row. Go figure that one.
Yeah. Oh, man.
At Virginia, I'm not really worried about because, yes, they have a decent defense, and I think they're still going to this year. But literally all they had on offense last year was Bryce Perkins, and he's gone.
Right.
I mean, nothing. It's not anything personal against Virginia or Bronco Mendenhall. I mean, I'm with you, Lou. I think Bronco Mendenhall's a good coach.
He is a good coach.
But, I mean, unless they find some weapon offensively, what have they got?
They've got a good defense.
Bryce Perkins
that's what
did
they've got.
last year.
They've got a solid defense, but you're right. Bryce Perkins was the linchpin of that team last year. He won them a couple games that they probably shouldn't have won, and he's gone now. So we'll see what they do there. But anyway.
Now, the Virginia Tech game in Blacksburg is one I'm worried about losing because Blacksburg's always a tough place to play.
I'm not sold on Virginia Tech.
And I don't.
Well, at least I'm not this week.
And I'm not entirely either. But
I'm off that train. I've been hyping them up. I've been hyping them up for 4 years, and all they do is just let me down year after year after year, and I'm getting tired of it.
And I'm not really hyping them up, but I don't think their defense is going to drop off the very next year after Bud Foster's gone.
Well, the defense wasn't that great last year. I mean, not really.
They were starting a lot of young players, though.
Right. I don't know. I'm just. If you told me that Virginia Tech was only going to win 2 games this year, I'd be like, yeah, okay, I see that. If you told me that Virginia Tech's going to win 7, I'd be like, okay, I see. I mean, I don't even know what the hell to expect from them. We'll find out this weekend. They got NC State in Blacksburg. NC State goes out, scores 49 points last week. I'm interested in that game too.
Yeah. Well, see, and I'm not entirely sold that Florida State's a bad team. We've only seen them play one game.
I'm sold.
I don't think you can determine somebody's a bad team off of one game.
I'm sold. I'm sold.
Well, and I get that, and I get it's Georgia Tech, but it's like I told a lot of Miami fans the other day, we're on a 2-year losing streak to Georgia Tech. I've told you the same thing.
Alex just hung up on me. He got tired of waiting. I guess he got tired of hearing you.
Well, so sad for him.
Alex, I was about to pick your phone call up in about 2 minutes, sir. Anyway, you can call back if you want. But guess who else is on the phone line waiting to get on?
George, probably.
Ding, 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 ding.
And yes, George.
That is correct, sir.
Yes, George, y'all are losing to Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin because Lane Kiffin is a better coach than Dan Mullen, despite what Mark Rogers thinks.
So wait, hold on. Mark Rogers thinks that that Mullen's a better coach than Kiffin?
Well, I know Mark Rogers thinks Mullen's a better coach than Kirby Smart. He said that.
He said that.
Oh, yes. Lou got all bent out of shape over that one.
I must have missed that one.
Oh, yes. His panties were fully in a wad over that.
Hold on a second here. Hold on. I think we might have just heard, we might hear from the man himself right now. Stay on the line. Hey, good afternoon. You're on with Pete.
Wait, me?
Yeah.
Well, wait. You declined last call, so I just called in a minute ago.
I haven't declined any calls.
I'm the most. No, I know. But I'm the most controversial caller calling in right now. It's John Kelly. I don't know about you, but I'm getting tired of Virginia Tech being hyped up. Why does nobody talk about 74th recruiting class in 2020?
Oh, I'm with you. But I have another question for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Why does it say Mark Rogers on here? It says you're Mark Rogers. That's why. And I would have picked it up anyway after I got off the phone. I thought you were Mark Rogers. We were just talking about him. Did you say something about Mark Rogers?
Because here's why. Because I decided I would call in a minute or two ago. Mm-hmm. 1 minute and 30 seconds. I hit the call. That's probably why.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well, I'm with you. I think Virginia. You're right. Virginia Tech's not recruiting well. They haven't looked good since Justin Fuente got there. Right.
I mean, I will say this though: they're not a team you want to play in Virginia Tech,
well,
unless you're a Tier 1 team.
I mean,
and Clemson's Tier 1.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. So I haven't looked at Miami. Hold on. Let's pull it up right now. Let's pull up Virginia Tech schedule. I want to see who they're playing at home and who they're playing away. I don't think it matters, but all right, Virginia Tech. They play NC State. Hold on a second. Let me move this. NC State. Well, so I don't know. This is the old schedule. They've rescheduled stuff now. I don't even know what the hell's going on with this. Anyway, so we're gonna assume. So they're playing
Virginia Tech home game.
Then next week they have Duke on the road. Then North Carolina on the road. Then they play Boston. So here's their home games. NC State.
All right.
Boston College. Whatever that is. I don't even know what that is. What's LU?
Liberty.
Okay.
Liberty.
They get Miami at home. And they get Clemson at home. There you go. And I guess Virginia, if they reschedule that Virginia game, they'll get that at home too. I don't know. So basically, their two biggest games of the year, which are Miami and Clemson, those are both in Blacksburg.
Yeah.
But you wouldn't put Miami in the Tier 1 category, obviously.
Not yet. I mean, even if I did, I still think Clemson would beat them.
What do you think about that, Slim Shady? Slim Shady's still on the phone, by the way.
Oh, what up, Slim Shady?
Well, I mean, another damn Paradise Falls. I mean, I absolutely agree. I said earlier, I think Miami escaping with a 14-point loss is a victory in my book. And I want to say Virginia Tech can do it because I've seen Justin Fuente do it, but
when have you seen him do it?
When he was at Memphis.
Oh, I'm talking about when's he done it in a Power 5 in the ACC. No, he hasn't done it.
Well, that he hasn't done. And
now he did make it to.
And now he's lost Bud Foster.
They made it to the ACC championship his first season there, but ever since then it's been a slick slide downhill.
Yeah, and that's also why I have questions about Mike Norvell, because there's a lot of these. You've seen it with Scott Frost, you've seen it with Justin Fuente, and hopefully it works out for Mike Norvell. But these guys that are coming from these lower tier schools, a lot of them here lately just have not panned out.
Yeah.
And I'm all, hey, I want Florida State to be good. I'm with Lou on that regard. That 20, 25 years ago, when Miami, Florida State determined the national championship game every year, was a great thing.
Yeah. I want them to be better. I don't know about good. I want them to be better. I want them to at least be good enough to be interesting,
Yes. Well, I mean, that would work out in Clemson's favor, too, because then, the more good ACC teams, the better.
Sure.
I mean, even at the very least, you can get the, who have they played crowd off your back, even though they still can't seem to figure out that regardless of who they played,
the last time
they
were saying who have you played
Alabama, and they murked them.
They were saying who have you played before, even when Florida State was good. So, I don't listen to that anyway. I could care less about who they played.
Yeah, well, I mean, they said it about Miami back in the. They said about Miami coming out of the Big East, but they were still murking everybody in national title games too.
Yeah, right. That's all I care about.
Right. It's all that matters.
I know it is. Yep. All right, guys. I'm gonna have to let.
I'll let you go. Let's get some other people.
I'm gonna have to let both of you go because I'm gonna attempt to talk to George here for a minute, and then I'm gonna. I got a couple things to do before I wrap up. So thank both of you.
And hopefully everybody dropped their hit of acid 5 minutes ago.
Yes. Hold on to your hats.
Well,
folks.
thank you, Steve, for having me.
All right, thanks, John. I appreciate it.
Bye.
Talk to you later, Pete.
All right.
Bye.
Everybody hold on to your hats here. Good afternoon. You're on with Pete.
Hey, it's George. Christmas Eve.
What's up, George?
I told you it was Christmas Eve. I was just a couple days early. Oh, my God.
Yes.
I won't be talking to you tomorrow. It's my special day. I go to my special place, and I got everything ready. I got food. I got beer. I got, everything.
Right. Yeah, well, you
No
won't be
crap,
talking to me
just
tomorrow
me.
anyway because I won't be taking calls. But you know what you can do?
What?
You can tune in right here on the Pigskin Pete YouTube channel at around 7:15
Right.
p.m. and watch the Florida State and the Miami game with me. Does that sound like
All
fun?
right.
It sounds like fun to me.
I see people doing that. I just like to watch the game. Every second.
Sure.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I just.
Here's what you do,
yeah,
man.
I'm
Here's
staring
what
at
you
the
do.
TV with binoculars.
Here's what you do. You can either watch me call the game from my house, or you can watch Kirk Herbstreit call the game from his house. So what?
That's a good freaking point.
Yeah. So here's what I recommend: turn the game on the TV, put it on mute.
That's a good point. Turn off the volume,
Yeah,
right?
turn
and just
the
let
game
you
on,
call the game.
put it
okay.
on mute, and then put your phone on me.
Right. I think that's actually a good idea.
I'm a genius.
For the Miami game, of all things, for the Miami game, this is too good to be true. I'm going to be there. I'll be there.
All right, great. Glad to hear it.
If I'm not there, you have my phone number. Call me and say, "What the fuck, George? You said you were going to be here."
Yeah, I'm not calling
Just in
everybody
case
that's
I
not
get
watching.
drunk.
That's not
Just
happening.
in case I get drunk and pass out. I don't know if I can stay up till 7:30. That's my time. It's 10:30 your time, or 7:30 your time. I don't know. You're 3 hours behind me, right? Or ahead of me.
Ahead of you, yes.
It's 8:19. It's 8:19 here right now. Is it 11:19 there?
It is.
Wow.
Yep. Funny how that works.
That's a big difference. Shit.
Yep. It's 3 hours.
Hey, listen, I know I have a good sense of humor and I laugh and joke with people, but what the greatest thing I ever did in my life, we've all heard about this shit about your name in all capital letters and your birth certificate as a bond and all that shit, right? I'm like one of the just few people I know that ever figured it out and did it. Every single thing I ever did, you would say it's a felony, 30 years in prison, but it's not. You just have to know what you're doing. You're dealing with bankers and you do shit and you know what, Pete? I never even used one of their forms. I hand wrote all the shit I did with my hand because I can just do it out of my head. I don't need a form. I don't need a paper. Just give me a pencil and a piece of paper. I can take care of it.
Is anybody else
anything?
lost? I have no idea what you're talking about, George. I'm not trolling.
Well, listen, for 20 years, I write checks on a closed account. I've never been fucking bothered once because I actually did it right. I went down and got a UCC1. I privatized and registered the router and identifier from the checking account. I wrote to all the banks. I wrote Homeland Security. I wrote the Treasury Department, the FBI, everybody. And I said, "Hi, my name's George." I said, "This is what I'm going to do. And if I'm doing something wrong, tell me now." And I told Homeland Security's head fiduciary agent, my first check's for $25,000. So if there's a problem, tell me now, and nobody's ever spoken to me. And one guy gave him 100 checks for $500 and he cashed them all. And the cops came to him and said, "Why'd you do that? Why'd you cash so many checks in 3 days at so many different banks?" And the guy said he owed me money. He was paying me back. And the cop said, well, there's no fraud here. And that was the end of the conversation. He said, is that his signature? And the guy said, yeah. And the cop said, well, there's no fraud here. And no one ever said another word about it. 100 checks for 500 feet. And that's
we're talking about being on T. Sorry, George. No, not to mean to cut you off, but nobody knows what the hell you're talking about. What are you talking about, T2Y? You might be on TV.
Well, I'm just
tomorrow.
saying. I laugh and joke. I laugh and joke about shit, and I'll make jokes about prison. Prison was for armed robbery and a domestic incident. You know what I mean? It had nothing to do with the serious side of life, so I don't mind joking about it. Shit happens.
Yeah,
it's good to keep it real. Be honest. I was in the Air Force. I managed a club in Tokyo. I was the youngest one ever to do it. My life since 18. I'm 60 now. It's just been packed in there, just stuffed full of shit. Good times. Never been sick, Pete. Well, one time. I think I had cancer, but I cured myself, sat at home and drank herbal tea. I swear to God. Did it myself. I think it was bone cancer. Some bad shit. Took me 6 months. Never went to a doctor because they killed my brother with chemotherapy. Anyway, some guy in the chat said, George hasn't said one word about Mississippi. I don't even think he likes football. Why would I talk shit about Mississippi? They have enough problems as it is. They're Mississippi. I respect those people. No one's taking them for granted. I don't, if we blow them out, it'll be by accident. I don't think Dan Mullen even wants to blow them out. God bless Lane Kiffin in Mississippi. I have a brother who lives there.
Slim Shady, thank you,
What kind of shit could I possibly talk about Mississippi?
Slim Shady, thank you.
I talk shit about Georgia.
That hit of acid, and then this would make perfect sense. George,
I know. I heard that.
You just said. No, I don't even know what. You know what? I don't even want to do it.
I was talking earlier about something called administrative law. All law is administrative. I could tell you like 4 sentences. It'll get you out anything. Just say one of them, and they go, "Uh-oh, it's one of those guys. He knows what he's doing." You say, I haven't seen any evidence or documentation about anything.
Hey,
and
George,
they go,
have you been to howardsrock.net yet?
I don't know what it is. No one ever told me.
Let's look at it.
I was going to Google it, but I thought, why should I? I'll just get it straight from you.
Just go. All right. First of all, there's a link in the description of every video to howardsrock.net. But even if you don't have the link, you go onto the interwebs and you type in howardsrock.net. You know how to go to a website, right, George?
Yeah, I'm good at all this shit.
Okay, great. You don't have to Google it or anything. Hold on.
No, I know. I'm a master at using my phone to look shit up.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna do a little tutorial, and against my better judgment, I'm leaving you on the phone. But just hang on, just stay there. I may need your guidance here. Okay.
I could do it right in front of you and give you a tutorial. I ask my phone and it goes
to something you don't even know what it is.
I just ask my phone. It's like Siri or Alexa. It does whatever I say.
Okay. Here it is, folks. howardsrock.net. Now, this is the new site, not the old one.
I got to get.
You can see I've got all my videos posted on here. Everything I do goes on here. And more importantly, this is what you need to do. See right here? You see right here where it says free registration? Click free registration.
Wow.
All you have to do, it takes less than 2 minutes, depending on how fast you type. Pick a display name. It could be whatever your YouTube name is. Be Clemson Carson, could be Slim Shady Canes, could be Goose Sports, could be Jordan Bowman, could be Pigskin Pete, could be George.
I'm gonna be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
It could even be that.
Okay.
Then what you do down here is you put your name in here, first name, last name. This is not displayed on the internet, so you don't have to worry about that. Email address and whatever password you want for the site. That's it. Oh, and confirm the password. That's it. I think you can pick an avatar if you want to. Then you go down here. After you put in those 4 things, click submit. This is completely free. You're not putting in your credit card number or anything. Everything's free. We don't need your credit card number. Click submit. Once you do that, you'll be getting an email within a few hours usually. And that email will have a coupon code on it. So if you go to over here, see where it says store right here? Click store. You can buy, and you don't even have to be a Clemson fan. They've got, look at all this. Alabama, Arkansas, Auburn, Clemson, Florida, Florida State, Georgia, Kentucky, LSU, Miami, Michigan, Mississippi State, Missouri, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Oklahoma, Ole Miss, Penn State, South Carolina, Tennessee, Texas, A&M, Texas, and Vanderbilt. You don't even have to be a Clemson fan. Let's go to the Clemson one real quick. Let's just look at it. And more stuff is being added every day. So there's different categories. I'm just going to go to all Clemson. We'll see what all they have in there right now. We got shirts and hats on the way. I know that. Face mask, footballs, pocket helmets, speed mini helmets, which these are really popular. The mini helmets. We have license plate covers, license plates, magnets for your car, bunch of those.
Hey, how about pot holders? Do you have pot holders?
No, I'm thinking.
Okay, because you named everything else on Earth. Stop. Okay,
no.
come on.
Yeah, more magnets and decals and stickers and stuff. We got shirts and hats on the way.
I still want to know what Howard's Rock is. What's Howard's Rock though? Why Howard's Rock? Why not something else? Why is it named Howard's Rock? Is there an actual rock somewhere named Howard's Rock, or who made up this name? Come on.
There's an actual rock named Howard's Rock. Yes.
We want to know. We want to know why Howard's Rock.
Well, everybody knows except for you. You're the only one that doesn't know.
Is there an actual rock called Howard's Rock somewhere in the world?
There's an actual rock named Howard's Rock.
I was joking around and I guessed correctly the other day. That's awesome. Where's that at?
Real quick. All of you, if you support me, just go to just go register on the website. Click on a video.
I'm going to do
whatever you got to do. You don't have to spend $1 over there. It's not about that. Just you being on the website and interacting on the website and registering on the website helps me out. Even if you don't spend a dime. Even if you don't spend a dime. George, hold on. Even if you don't spend a dime, it helps me out.
Right. I understand. Okay. You got a subscriber.
I'm talking to everybody that's watching right now, not you.
Yeah, you should have asked us. You should have asked us a long time ago. We would have done that. I didn't know.
It just went live a couple of days ago. The new version.
Okay. Cool.
So. Okay.
Well, I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you.
That's good. Little bit of a hey. My brother sent me 3 pictures today. His daughter arranged a deal with China. She has her own label on gloves and hand cleaner and napkins and hand sanitizer being manufactured in China. She has no money, but she knows how to set the shit up.
Hurricane
and she got some rich people.
Says George 69 dressed up as a Gator fan. Well, thank you, sir. Who is this here? You know what, George? I'm gonna have to let you go. I gotta end the show soon.
I can't believe we have football tomorrow. We could have talked about 20 games, but this was fun anyway. It was great.
All right, thanks, George. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right, later, Pete. Right. Good night.
Oh man, what was I thinking? Bringing him on the Howard's Rock deal. Thanks, but thank you, George. You're amazing. Who pot holders. I think it's safe to say we won't be selling pot holders on there, but somebody made a good point here a minute ago. I'm trying to see who it was. Where is he? Oh yeah, Andrew Power Clean says the prices look reasonable. So here's the thing: the prices are reasonable. They are usually below suggested retail price. Almost all of them are. They're meant to be either at the same price or below where you'll find them anywhere else on the internet. And obviously, the more of them that we can sell over time, the prices will maybe even go down. But yeah, it's meant to be that way. And it might even be on Amazon soon. We'll see. But all that's officially licensed stuff for not just for Clemson, for every team. So it's not something that some knockoff crap, some bootleg stuff. It's all officially licensed stuff. Barrick says potholders would be a hot item, though. Yes. Tiger Nation said. Tiger Nation said if George was his cellmate, he'd hang himself. Pray for Deshaun Watson. What are you talking about? Something happened to Deshaun Watson? Oh, you mean the fact that he plays for the Texans? Yeah. Yeah, pray for him. I thought you meant something happened to the guy. Yeah, playing for the Texans is bad enough, or playing for Bill O'Brien's bad enough. Hey, T2Y, cheers, buddy. I'm with you on that. All right, guys, I got to end the stream. It's been an hour and a half. It's been a great show. Thank you to all the people that called, all the people that donated. Everyone go check out the howardsrock.net deal. Spend 3 minutes of your day, whether it's tonight. The promotion, I think, ends on Monday. So if you want to get, if you think you might want to buy something from the store, register and get your 20% off coupon. And if you buy something this weekend, you get 20% off. If not, at least go register, even if you don't buy anything. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be on about 7 to 7:15-ish, sometime between 7 and 7:30, to do a live reaction and play-by, not play-by-play, but play-by for the Noles and the Canes.
I am the White Dog!
We'll get to see the white Tonto in full effect. All right, guys. Thanks, everybody. Love y'all. Pigskin Pete's checking out.